Today during class, we learned about comparing fractions with the same numerator but a different denominator. We learned that the bigger the denominator, the smaller the fraction because the pieces are going to be smaller. So if your child needs to draw rectangles that are the same size to see that 1/3 is smaller than 1/2, or 1/2 is greater than 1/3, that's okay. But a lot of the children should be able to see that if I'm splitting something into 4 pieces, the pieces are going to be smaller than if I only split it into 2 pieces. The bigger the denominator, the smaller the fraction. The bigger the denominator, so this means 1/2 must be greater than 1/5. Compare the two fractions by using visual fraction model. So this time they do have to make fraction strips, or they could make 2 circles that are the same size. We talked about how this is easier. Fraction strips a lot of times are easier to see and to compare. So the first thing I do always is I partition into my fractional unit. Again, we want to make sure that our pieces are equal and that we have rectangles that are the same size. Now I have 2 of my 4ths and 2 of my 6ths. I see that 2/4 is greater than, or my monster mouth is eating, the bigger fraction. A lot of the children, again, should be able to see that if 6 is larger, that this fraction is going to be smaller, which is opposite. So again, the bigger the denominator, the smaller the fraction, and I would draw fraction strips to match. On the back again, we're comparing. Here it says, will Lily use more oil, 1/3, or water, 1/4? It says use pictures, numbers, and words, so we need to draw fraction strips and compare. Again, down here as well, what I would recommend is if it's in unit form, we want to write it in fraction form because that is what the students are used to. This is already in fraction form, this one is not. Again, I can automatically see that these will be equal.